Hi, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Thankful Thursdays. Now this is a series for the month of November 2023 where we are just sharing things that we're thankful for. So my past two layouts, I think I shared things, people. This is what happens when you scrapbook so much you don't remember. But today, what I'm going to be thankful for is the adventures that Christopher and I have together. So my photo is this one right here. This is in Fort Bragg, California. This is out, like we were up on all of these rocks and looking down. I've scrapbooked other photos of this just from the vacation standpoint, but not actually talking about how our adventures are fun and important to us. I've got a pile of products here, some lace tulle, some Gatorade if I, need something cold to wet my whistle instead of my coffee. And I have a bunch of different papers. So these two right here are from when I did the 100 Days project where I was making backgrounds. So I've got a pile of them. I figure it's time to use them. So I've got those two. I've also got this basic gray paper here, and then this basic gray paper here that has these big old butterfly mothy looking things that just is not going to work for me. So I figured I could tear that up, do things to it, and use these, my supplies, my coffee. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so this video is going to be a little bit longer because I did not edit anything. Sometimes I edit when I walk away from the desk and I'm picking out more supplies. I think I only did that once. I grabbed some letter stickers, but I usually take that out because, nobody wants to stand there looking at a table. But it didn't take me that long to get the letter stickers, so we're going to leave it this way. So I've got this background paper that's got these buggy butterfly things on it, and I don't need those in my life, so I'm going to camouflage them. So this is a background stamp from Brutus Monroe. It is an older one. I don't know if they still make this one. It is called Scratch Background if you're interested. And this is what I like to do with this background stamp. I throw some ink on it, layer it down on a piece of cardstock, whether it is patterned paper or plain cardstock, and just kind of use it as a mixed media base almost. I was thinking about bringing in some more stenciling, but I've got these waves. I've got this stencil. The stenciling's already been done. So no need for me to kind of bring that in again. And then this one as well. I think this was left over from a stencil print. Now I am going to cut apart these bits. This is the Mandala 1 stencil, by the way, from Scrapping Reflections. And I am going to pop that down to cover up those buggy looking butterflies even more. So I put that on that side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my waves. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell from the lighting and the way the video is, but the waves are actually ombre. They go from darker to lighter. And I'm also seeing that I need to fix my camera. So if you caught yesterday's Whiny Wednesday live, whether it was the live or the replay, you saw me deal with my camera and I banged into it, knocked myself in the head, all the things, and I did not realize that it was crooked. So there is that. So this thing right here, these are tickets. They're from 49 and Market, and I got them in a variety of embellishment boxes from MK. Her shop is some assemblage required. And I decided that I was going to pop these stamps on some pop foam over top of the tickets, just to give it a little bit extra, right? Like, I love layering the tickets and the stamps together. I think that it really is a nice look. I just, you just like the way something looks, and that's one of them. So I went ahead and did that. But I'm going to pop those bad boys up a couple times because I wanted to add this film strip because, again, it is something that I like the look of. Those stamps were attached to my shirt, so I had to pull it off. So I am going to pop them off, put them down over top of the film strip, and then I am going to start figuring out how I want to embellish this. So I knew I wanted to do something with the frames that are in that chipboard thing. I think it's from P13. And I did not want them to just be naked, empty frames. So I'll figure that out. But while I'm doing that, I am going to go ahead and get my photo matted. So you might be wondering why I brought that piece of paper so high up towards the camera. I stood up real quick just to make sure that I had hit record because I had a panic moment that I didn't. And sure enough, I did. So yay. I'm going to adhere the photo with that distressed edge over top of this fabric, I don't know what, fabric piece. And it is, it has a peel off background, right? Like there is a peel off background, but I decided I wouldn't the fabric to be a little bit more solid, and because when you peel that background off of it, it can get a little wonky and not be square, and you know, it gets ripply and wavy, and I didn't want that. So I popped up the stamps yet again to tuck that photo in there, and then my chipboard frame is going to be over here on the right hand side. So I decided to use that same paper that I matted the photo in to go ahead and fill in the hole in the frame. Because like I said, I don't want a naked frame. I want to decorate it. Sometimes naked frames have their place, but this time not so much. They aren't exactly like tags where they need to not be naked. So I've got that down there. And then I've got to figure out how I want to decorate it. So these florals and leaves are also from MK's shop. And I just decided that why not, right? Like I don't really have a lot of rocky ocean, like cliffs over the ocean embellishments. So I decided I'm going to bring in flowers. So I have these gold branchy things, again, from MK's shop. And I'm going to layer that over top of this frame, and then I'm going to adhere some flowers down. So the flowers, they are creamy. They're not super white, so they're going to look great with that gold. And then there is this leafy fern thing, and I'm going to tuck that underneath with the branch as well. I'm just going to dollop a little tiny bit of glue up at the top of the frame as well, because my leaf was a little bent, and that little tiny dollop of glue will hold it down where I want it to go, and so my leaf won't be going all flippy flappy all over the place. So I get my florals down, and I'm really liking this cluster. I toy with the idea of bringing in another flower, because if I have 2 flowers, why not have 3? However, I don't really need it. I do know that I'm going to use that other branch over on the left hand side of the layout because I'm going to create another little cluster over here. That tiny little geotag with the heart just goes up there over top of the photograph. That is something that, you know, you could take or leave with the layout. So this layout, I went a little bit more is more. There are definitely things on the layout that didn't need to be on here to have a good completed layout. But I was enjoying playing around, which is evident because this layout took me around 45 minutes to finish, and usually I can bust out a layout in 20 minutes. So yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Somebody was pulling into my neighbor's house and then pulling right out, and they were just turning around. But anyway, yes, I am that nosy neighbor that looks out the window in her scrapbook room when she's not scrapbooking. Obviously, when I'm doing voiceovers or just sitting up here talking to Christopher, I do like to look out the window. I think it's awesome to have a window to look out of. in the scrapbook room in California, the windows were behind me, and my scrapbook room was in the front of the house, so it was the front porch, and I always kept the blinds drawn. Because honestly, if somebody was coming up, I didn't want them seeing the back of me scrapbooking. Creepy. But anyway, I love to sit outside. I love to be outside. It's a little cold today. But anyway, I'm getting distracted off the layout. So sorry about that. So I knew I had these chipboard letters from yesterday. And they were just one of a couple things that were left on a chipboard sheet that I just decided to go ahead and use the word best instead of the best, which is fine. I got rid of the. I don't really think I'm going to scrapbook with the word the that huge, right? I just don't think I will. So into the recycle bin it went. Anyway, I am going to grab these little Kaiser Craft tiny letter stickers, and I'm going to spell out lucky to... I use the lucky cursive word, lucky to... What did I spell out? It's so tiny on my screen, I can't even... Lucky to have the best, I think is what I spelled out. Lucky to have the best. And I'm leaving it vague like that, where it's lucky to have the best what, Sandy? And I'm just going to leave that open to interpretation if you choose to read the journaling, right? Like you could be flipping through my album, see this, and you could see lucky and to have the best, and you may be like, yeah, that's a great view. And you might be thinking, yeah, she's saying that's the best view. But if you read the journaling that actually gets on this layout, you guys, you'll find out that it's not. And the journaling is written in a way where I guess it could be about Christopher, but it's really about the adventures that we go on together. So there we go. Where are you, Sandy? Oh, I might be on the phone. I talked to Christopher and Chloe on the phone while I was completing this layout. So I grabbed the other frame, and I'm going to mess around with this for a hot second because I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted it to go. I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted the frame to sit in regards to the other frame. I didn't want them exactly across from each other. I wanted them to kind of be on an angle. So my embellishment is kind of a backwards L, but spread. You know, it's not like exactly an L. Now, I will tell you, I am using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to go ahead and adhere down these things to make sure that they stick to my page. I was toying with the idea of adding best friends because honestly, you guys, Christopher is my best friend. And our adventures together are just ridiculously fun. Sometimes on the weekends, Lana calls and she'll notice that we're in the car and she'll be like, oh, are you guys going on an adventure? Because going on adventures is something that we've always done as a family. Anytime we did something small, it was an adventure. So Christopher and I started going on our own adventures after we became empty nesters. And I really think that's important, right? Like, there are so many people that I hear about that are breaking up their marriages after 20, 25 years because their kids grew up and they didn't have anything in common. So, yeah. I just love my husband. He's my best friend, and I would be with him all the time if I could. So there we are. Anyway, I decide where exactly I want the acrylic piece to go. I decide instead of having it go up, I'm going to have it point down. And I really do like this. I think that made all the difference in my struggle to figure out exactly where I wanted this frame to go. And again, I'm just going to glue down those flowers, and then I'm going to also glue down some of these puffy words. Now these are puffy words from Paper House. I was on their design team for a hot minute, for a good chunk of time actually, a couple years ago, and I think that they have great products. They have some really good basics papers that I like to use, and these embellishments can be used over and over and over again. They're those good kind of products that, you know, it's not like they're there in January and you go back to the website and they're gone in March. I mean, some of it is, but yeah. Anyway, love Paper House. I do have an affiliate link down below. I'll just mention that. And I do appreciate that you guys do shop with my affiliate links down below. I also have them listed in Instagram. I think I have to check and see if my affiliate links are updated in Instagram. I haven't looked at that in ages. All right, anyway, so if you want to choose to shop at those stores and you'd like to use my affiliate link, I would appreciate it. Shameless advertising plug, I guess. So these are seagulls, and they are in a pearl acrylic, and I got these from MK Shop as well. And I figured it would be appropriate to put these bad boys down there because of the photograph. So I have 3 over on the right-hand side and 2 over here on the left-hand side. Now, I kept rubbing that side of the photograph because I was thinking about bringing in a tag and figuring out how to put a pocket behind there when everything was already down on the page. I'm looking at it, I'm trying to figure out like where I want to start the journaling, if it needs more embellishment over on the left, right, top, the left, right, oh my word, the left top portion of the page. I'm like, well, I don't have any more of the rectangle frames, but there's this kind of circle one with a rectangle. Maybe I need to add that. And I'm like, oh Lord, no. No, 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 no. I don't like that at all. So that's going to come off. And that little binder clip chipboard has just been chilling out on my desk for a couple weeks now. And I pick it up and put it on a layout occasionally. I'm like, nope, you don't work. And you get tossed back onto the desk. So ultimately, I decided to just go for it with my journaling and figure this is where I'm going to start it. I'm going to cover up some more of that buggy butterfly thing that is still there. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of journaling space. It isn't eloquent. It isn't, you know, I'm not waxing poetic or anything like that. I'm literally saying that Christopher and I go on adventures together, how much we love them, how much we love exploring and finding new places together. And that is what I am talking about. So when you read the journaling and then you see the title, maybe your idea of the title will change. Maybe it won't. Maybe you don't even care. You know, that's just the way it is sometimes. So I am going to get that journaling done. And I'm like, okay, does it need to be embellished more? Like, is there something that is missing off of this layout that I need to make happen? I actually think I'm on the phone right now, talking with, who am I talking to right now? Probably Christopher. So yeah, anyway, that I'm actually still in the middle of my journaling. Oh yeah, I'm talking. Sorry guys, I didn't realize that there was so much just blank space talking. Oh yeah, you can see I'm calling. You can see my phone in the corner. Okay. I was talking with Christopher, had to hang up with him, called Chloe, talked to Chloe, hung up with her, and called Christopher back. So yeah, lots of chatting with the family. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. So as you can see, I did use a good amount of products from MK Shop. It is someassemblagerequired.com. Tell her that Sandy sent you. Yeah, and I would love that. So this is the layout. I am stupid pleased with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me and my friends and whoever else I don't even know who might be playing along with Thankful Thursdays. Confession, I haven't looked at the playlist yet. Ah, that's terrible. But you know, your girl is busy. I sold some red cups today. So today's red cup day. Really thankful that all of my customers were awesome and we had a great day today. Anyway, I think I'm going to try to see if I need anything else. And I flipped through one last time and I'm like, nope, that is going to do it. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I am super thankful for every single one of you. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.